Hey, my name is Robbie Winkler and I sell life insurance. I wanted to get on here and just share a little bit about me and my story and why I got into this industry in the first place. I'm married to Rebecca and we have two kids together, Rose and Roland, and I love my family. They're amazing. Everything I do is directed towards supporting them and giving them the best life I can possibly give them. But just a little background and why I got into the industry of selling life insurance is 8 months ago, I suffered a stroke. You know, at 37 years old, you're not thinking about that. That's not something that's in your repertoire. You're not thinking, well, I'm going to have a stroke. That feels like much further down the road, if ever, right? Especially in your 30s, you're not thinking that at all. And so that happened, and it really rocked our world. It changed a lot of things for a while. Things are getting better, and I'm getting better, and it wasn't that severe, but you know, the difference between major and minor surgery is who's getting cut on, right? So, but while I was in the hospital, and they were taking good care of me, I was just thinking about my family and how I wanted to continue to be there for them and continue to support them and give and raise my kids. And I mean, all these things were going through my head, but then also I was thinking, what if I don't make it? And honestly, 100%, I was so thankful that I still have a life insurance policy. And it really brought a peace of mind knowing that, yes, they might not have me as a loved one to take care of them, which you can never replace that. But financially, they were going to be okay because I had made a decision to protect them in my passing. And that's what life insurance really is. It's not about protecting you. It's about protecting those you love. And that's why I got into the industry, really, because it really did mean a lot to me. And I want to help as many people as possible get coverage that they need. And when I'm honestly saying, like, I don't care if you use me or somebody else, I feel like everybody should have some type of coverage, some type of policy on their life to protect their loved ones. I believe in it 100%. I believe in it enough to where you don't even have to work with me, right? You can work with somebody else, and I could be the one that steer you in the right direction to show you who to use, where to go, and what to do. So what I do is I work for a brokerage. So that means I have multiple companies that I can use and shop the market for you to where we can get you the best rate. It's really simple. I ask a series of health questions and it takes about 15 or 20 minutes and we can get your numbers. And I can also help explain the different types of life insurance. So there's term, there's whole life, there's another thing called an IUL, which is a Index Universal Life Policy, which is tied to the S&P 500. We can talk about that. People like that idea for investment purposes or retirement reasons, and we can get into all that. And then there's a thing called final expense, which just helps with the burial and funeral costs. And it is way more affordable than you think. And what I do with families and with people is that we'll sit down and we can do it over the phone or over the internet or in person, whatever you want to do. And we can make a plan to where it fits your budget, and we can always increase or decrease the amount depending on where you're at in life. It's really very, very affordable. And what I want to do is I want to work it with you within your budget to where it's something that can be sustained and not something that's going to be a burden for you. And you would be surprised on how much you can afford and how much the coverage is. And basically, I just want to have a conversation with y'all and figure out what the best coverage is for you and for your family and what you want to do and what your goals are. And it does not take that long, and it's very affordable. And we can walk through all the different types of life insurance. I'm going to have different videos explaining term. I already have one out there explaining whole life, explaining an IUL, explaining final expense, all those things. We can explain those. I can explain those in videos, or we can talk about them. Whatever the case may be, I just wanted you to get to know me a little bit. I share my story with you as to why I got in the industry and why I think it's important. It is a product that I truly, truly believe in. It's a product that I believe that everybody should have and everybody can have, because we can base it around your budget and what you can afford. And we can always adjust those numbers as life changes and all those types of things. We can work with that. That's what you're going to get with me, is I'm going to work with you and stay with you. I'm not just going to write the policy, sit and say, see you later. I'm going to be with you and help you through all those ups and downs, and maybe rewriting a policy or questions about all those things. I'm going to be with you. I can be your guy, but if not, I can point you in the right direction and we can find a person to get you covered. But that's it, man. Nothing crazy. I work from home, so that's why I'm here. That's why I'm in this shop, in this garage, shooting videos. This is where I work. This is where I make the phone calls and set up the appointments and all that kind of stuff. So just a little bit about that. This is where it is. This is where it's happening. This is why it's happening. And it's something that I truly believe in. And I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, just want to help people with whatever that may be. Maybe it's a creative retirement. Maybe it's just getting coverage for your loved ones if you were to pass away. Maybe you're older in life and you're looking for something to help out the loved ones with the burial costs and all those types of things. I just want to be a resource to everybody to help you all out and to navigate what life insurance could look like. But if you have any questions, feel free to message me or DM me. You can send me an email at rwinkler.life.health@gmail.com. And let's just have a conversation. No pressure, nothing like that. Just feel like everybody should be covered, and you can be covered. It's way more affordable than you think. Thank you guys so much for hanging out as long as you have, and we will see you on the next one.